Good morning, everyone. Today we are here with the new English book, new additional English book. Okay, that is the story book of that is Bacon Reader. Okay, today we are here with the story from this Bacon Reader book, that is Shoemaker, the Shoemaker and the Elves. Okay, the Shoemaker and the Elves. Whom do we call the shoemaker? The people who make the shoe, not called the shoemaker. Okay, and the elves. Okay, so now let's begin the chapter. A shoemaker and his wife lived in a little house on the edge of a wood. Means they were living in a little house, okay, that is made of the wood. Who were living a shoemaker and his wife. They were very poor. They were very poor, and each day they grew poorer and poorer. Means they were already poor, but eventually means gradually they are becoming poorer and poorer. Day by day they were getting poor. At last 3 years there was nothing left in the house but leather for one pair of shoes. Means they doesn't left anything in their house. Only the one thing was left was the leather, and the leather was only of for the one pair of shoes. Means only the one pair of shoes can be made from that leather. I'll cut out this last pair of shoes, the shoemaker said to his wife. Now, what should we do? We cut out this last pair of the shoes. Tomorrow I will sew them and peg them. Now, tomorrow I'll prepare a new a new pair of shoe with this leather. So he cut out the leather and left it on his bench. Means after cutting that leather, means he cut the leather in the shape of the shoe to stitch it tomorrow. Okay, so he left that leather, cut that leather into the structure of the shoe, and he left that leather on the bench. The next morning, he went into the shop to make the shoes. Now, the when he woke up in the morning, he went to the shop and for making the shoe. When he reached there in the shop, what did he see? What did he see? A pair of shoes, all nicely made and ready to be sold. He could see that the leather what he cut yesterday night, and he put that leather on the bench. Now what he see that it is already made and it is already ready to sell. What who had done this? What happened just? The stitches were so fine and the shoes so well made that they were quickly sewed. Now, the shoes, the leather, what was cut there, he could see that it was so nicely stitched that the shoes well made that they were quickly sold. That they were quickly sold. With the money, the poor shoemaker bought leather for 2 pair of shoes. Now, the money, what came after selling the pair of the shoes, what has been made, what has been stitched properly, finally, it was sold, and with that money, the shoemaker bought the leather for 2 pair. Now, 2 pair of the shoes. 2 pair of the shoes he can make from the leather what he bought the leather. Then he said to his wife, I will cut out the leather for 2 pair of shoes. Now, the leather what I bought from the money which has been sold with the pair of the shoes, I will make I will make 2 pair of shoes from this leather. Sitting cross legged, they took up their leather and began to work. Now he sit crossed leg and he began to work, and he took up the leather. How their needles flew back and forth. How their little hammers beat rap a tap, tap, rap a tap. tap. Now this hammer's sound. If you have visited a cobbler, you would have seen the hammer. What he is using for preparing or repairing that shoes or whatever the slippers, sandals, things. Okay. Almost before the shoemaker and his wife could think, the work was all done. Now again, the all the works was done. All the work was done. As the shoemaker thought of means prepare that two pair of shoes with the leather, they have thought, and now the shoes are again prepared. Now the shoes are again prepared. Almost before the shoemaker and his wife could think, the work was all done. The two tinny elves ran about, skipping and dancing, skipping and dancing. Then whisk, quick as a wink, they were gone. They could see that two elves were there who was making that shoes instead of that shoemaker and his wife. The next morning, the good shoemaker said to his wife, "What can we do for those dear little elves? Now they are helping us, they are helping to this shoemaker and his wife. What can I do for that two little elves? I should like very much to make some clothes for them." Okay. The wife told that, okay, if they are helping us, then we should also help them, and I would like to make some clothes for that little elves. They were almost naked, means they almost naked. The two elves were naked, means they were without the clothes. "If you will make their coats, I will make them some shoes," said the shoemaker. "Okay, now please make coats for them, and I will make a shoe for them." Their little feet were bare means without the slippers or sandals or shoes. When the clothes and shoes were ready, they were put upon the bench. Now, when the clothes and shoes got ready, they put this on the bench. The shoemaker and his wife again hid behind the curtains, just as before. When the clock struck 12, in jumped the tinny elves. They went skipping and dancing and skipping and dancing to their work. Now when the clothes was ready, they kept it on the bench. Now shoemaker and his wife got hide behind the curtains. They could see that when the clock turns to 12, elves came out and they began skipping and dancing. They began to work. They saw the little coats, the tiny stockings, and the neat little shoes. They clapped their hands for joy. They could see that something is kept on the bench. That was the coat and the shoes, the neat little shoes. Everything was kept there. They clapped their hands for joy. Then, slipping on their clothes, they skipped hand in hand out of the window. Now they want that clothes and they skipped hand in hand and they jumped out of the window. The shoemaker and his wife never saw the little elves again, but after that night, good luck seemed always to be with them. Little elves, they helped the poor shoemaker and his wife. Now their all the things got completed. They never, the good luck was always seemed to be with them, and they never seen elves and the two little elves after again. So this the way the two tiny elves helped the poor shoemaker and his wife, and after that they never faced any kind of problem, and good luck seemed always to be with them. This is only an imaginary story, okay, a fairy tale. Just what you have to do is to you also have to read this chapter by your own, okay, so that it will make your reading skill, okay, it will enhance your reading skill. So please read this story by your own, okay. So all the best. Go with the video and assignments properly, okay.